The Weekend Show every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time. We're back, everyone. This is episode number 2. And I'm your host, Bapio the Artist. And just like always, on this show, we discuss social topics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to announce each 5 topics and I'm going to give my input. And what I expect for my audience to do is go down to the comments section and put your input. And if I like your input for next week's show, episode number 3, audience members who have the best topics, I'll shout your name and state out for next week's show. And I hope everyone's been having a safe week. I hope you did not work yourself too hard. I hope you're out there taking your time and being as safe as possible. But I'm glad we made it to another Friday. It's Venus Day! And lovers gonna love and haters gonna hate, but negativity will not reciprocate. So let's get down to our first topic of the week. We have family values. Family values are the core beliefs, traditions, and principles such as honesty, respect, and responsibility that guide a family's behavior, decisions, and relationships. They foster unity, provide a moral compass for children, and help navigate challenges. These values are often transmitted intergenerationally and shape the family structure and daily life. Hey people, family values are important, but you got to understand the differences. White families, hey Tommy, don't forget I set up that trust fund. Black families, Tommy's ass better get a job. Topic number 2. Cost and inflation as of February 2006. U.S. inflation is cooling, with the annual rate easing towards 2.5% through 2.7%, yet consumer costs for shelter and food remain elevated. While headline inflation has slowed from previous peaks, core inflation excluding food energy remains above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. Consumers continue to experience reduced purchasing power compared to the prior years due to cumulative price increases. Unity, unity, unity. That's why I preach unity, folks. Don't go and buy a 5-bedroom house in Baldwin Hills and live in it as a single person. Mexicans buy a studio apartment and 10 generations come out that bitch. Topic number 3. Now, this topic is a little longer than the other topics I usually inform you on, but I just want to give you a wider avenue of understanding. But this topic is very important. Pay attention. Can education benefit you morally and financially, or the opposite? Education serves as a powerful driver of both financial and moral development. Though the benefits are not guaranteed and are influenced by factors like the field of study, socioeconomic background, and structural inequalities. While generally seen as a positive, education can sometimes lead to a different outcome, particularly if it incurs high unmanageable debt. Financial benefits of education: higher lifetime earnings. On average, college graduates earn significantly more than those with only a high school diploma, with bachelor degrees holders earning roughly 55% to 86% more and up to 1.2 million more over their lifetime. Lower employment. Individuals with higher education levels are less likely to be unemployed. In 2021, the unemployment rate for bachelor degree holders was 2.2% compared to 6.5% for those without a degree. Job security and benefits. Educated individuals are more likely to have full-time jobs that offer paid vacation, health insurance, and retirement plans. Financial literacy. Education, especially in personal finance, help individuals manage debt, invest, and make better financial decisions. Moral and personal benefits of education. Now listen, critical thinking and decision making. Education fosters essential soft skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and communication. Increased social awareness. Higher education encourages empathy, civic engagement, and stronger sense of lifestyle. Increased education is associated with better reported health. Wow, I didn't know that one. Longer lifespans and lower smoking rates. Or limitations. High student debt. So listen, so this is the opposite, or limitations. High student debt, the significant and sometimes insurmountable cost of tuition and associated loans can create a heavy financial burden, making the return on investment take years or decades to materialize. Diminished returns, the positive effects of education on income are weaker for certain marginalized groups, such as Black, Key, Latino, and immigrant populations due to systemic inequalities. People, field of study disparity. Not all degrees offer the same financial payoff. A degree in a low demand field may not lead to a high earning, often promise. Overqualification, in some cases, individuals may hold degrees for jobs that do not require them, reducing the value of the education. In conclusion, while education is generally a strong positive catalyst for both financial and moral growth, its success is a both and scenario that depends on navigating costs, choosing the right field, and overcoming societal barriers. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna keep it plain and simple. It's two differences. Number one is education. Education is the institution that costs money. Now, when we get ready and we're ready to become adults and we go off to college, we're not thinking about, hey, I have to have a home, I have to have a car for transportation, I have to set up accounts for retirement, and if I plan on having a family, I have to prepare myself financially for that. Before you even get to real life duties, and before you even have the opportunity to reach those goals, you already put yourself damn near $100,000 in debt. Automatically, when you get out of the institution to pay this debt back, you're going to spend damn near to a quarter of your life paying back debt that you created from the time that you was in your youth. So when you look back at your youth and the time that was lost, it ain't shit you could do, man. You just starting off late in the game. So the natural process of life has now been stripped from you. It's because you have to focus on other things. You got to focus on society. You invested into the corporation of the United States, and you have to stick and commit to your duty as being an investor. And that's the educational institution. Now, the second one is educating yourself. You can educate yourself and you could still go far with being educated within yourself. You can have the flexibility to be able to have a family. You can have the flexibility and knowledge because you got the time, and then you created the way for you to have patience for yourself to create accounts and set yourself up for the future versus everything being a program. You don't have to be a part of the program in order for you to maintain in life. It has its ins and it has its outs to what education is. Now, the negative effect of it all is that what difference is it going to make to have a degree or not to have one? To have a degree is nice for you to be accepted by other people that have a degree. And to not have one, yeah, you may not be accepted in these institutions, in these organizations. But the fact of the matter is, you have the understanding, whereas though you can create and you can be flexible and you can maintain for yourself. And you can cut the middleman out. And you can still go off and be great. So don't let education, the institution, shorten your expansion and your horizons for you to have the confidence to believe in yourself that you can be someone. You can be someone without the educational institution, but be educated within yourself and you'll go a long way.